that time again. It's that time of the morning where it's like you're cracking on but a little late. It's 10 o'clock in the morning and you're live with us on Atom Gold TV. This is the Cracking On Show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. Usually, I'd say by my side, Heeralal Boucher, but the child's got a beautiful interview today, so good luck to you during your interview. All the best to you, honey. I hope you get the job. Alright, for those of you who want to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details, which you'll find at the bottom right of your screen. We are live right throughout the show for the entire hour, and this is your Crack of Dawn show. So wherever you might be, if the manager's not in the office, just kick your shoes off, put your office chair back. I know it's got that setting, right? And you can lay back and watch the Crack of Dawn show and comment at the bottom of the screen. I know most of you are tuning in through YouTube, so you've got a comment thing there. Use it. Join the conversation. This is going to be an epic show. Don't go anywhere. And if your boss is in the, if you're in that open plan offices, I know my dad works in those things, right? If you're in an open plan office, I saw there's new buds nowadays. They're selling them in Panda as well, in the China Mall. They're going quite cheap, but if you're going straight to Cell C or Vodacom or whichever network, you'll notice it's like 1,000 rand. Don't go buy it there. Go to the China Mall and get your earbuds, guys, and join the Crack It Down every morning at 10 a.m. Whether you work or don't work, join the show. But if you can't watch the show live, you can find this link later on and rewatch it over and over and over and over. Alright, we've got a jam-packed show for you guys. Quite epic topics today. Stick around. It's going to be fun. We've got things to do with jokes. We've also got how people portray their dream jobs. We want to say it like that. Alright. And then we're also going to come across peanut butter and jelly types of foods. It's going to be a great show. Also, not forgetting things like types of smells. Guys, you know I'm a clown, right? I clown around every day in the show. There are my moments where I'm a bit serious. But hey, don't go anywhere. Stick around. We'll come back straight after this commercial break. Welcome back, guys. If you're just joining us, you are live with us on Atom Gold TV. This is the Crack It Down show with myself, Kimera Heeralal, as your host. A very, very big love and good luck going out to Heeralal Boucher this morning. We miss you here on Atom Gold TV, especially on the Crack It Down show. Good luck for your interview this morning. Alright, now if you just joined us, please do interact with us in studio as we are live, and you can find the contact details at the bottom right of your screen. Right there. You can see it, right? Okay, so we're going to start off the show with a little bit of funnies, okay? So stand by for this one. It's going to be fun, okay? Now, what is the funniest joke that you know? I want to hear from you guys. You know, there's many cliches, like, you know, do you believe in love at first sight, or should I walk past you again? You know, the typical cliches, but there are many jokes that just get you, and I've got a personal joke that that has never left me, and it still will be my favorite, and in my mind and in my head and in my life, that was the best joke ever. But I'm going to tell it to you after we show you a little piece of the first known jokes. Check this out.
Hello, I'm Simon Whistler. You're watching Today I Found Out, and in the video today we're looking at what is the first known joke. Born from cultures we can only read about and making fun of customs we don't always understand, many of the world's oldest jokes to a modern audience simply aren't very funny. That said, humans being humans, with the oldest joke that has survived through today, it would appear little has changed in the interim. Because this joke, well, it's a fart joke. To wit, recorded on a Sumerian tablet somewhere between 1900 and 2300 BC, the first known joke is as follows. Something which has never occurred since time immemorial, a young woman did not fart on her husband's lap. The second oldest documented joke moves away from potty humor in favor of sex. It was recorded around 1600 BC on the Westcar Papyrus. It reads, "How do you entertain a bored pharaoh? You sail a boatload of young women dressed only in fishing nets down the Nile and urge the pharaoh to go catch a fish." The third oldest known joke was recorded on a Babylonian tablet dating to about 1500 BC, and given some of the context is missing, is interesting today mostly for its construction, being the first known your mum joke. It reads, "Of your mother is by the one who has intercourse with her. What, who is it?" From this point, occasional surviving jokes pop up here and there, and even references to no longer surviving joke books. The first known of these is a collection of jokes from a social club in Athens that was reportedly compiled at the request of Philip the Great of Macedon from 382 to 336 BC, but unfortunately has been lost to history. Several hundred years later, and a few more known references to lost joke books in the interim, we have a Greek joke book whose contents have survived to this day. That book dates to around the 4th or 5th century AD and includes 265 jokes. A selection of these show a wide range of humor and, in some cases, how little basic joke themes have changed over the centuries. As an example, an intellectual was told by someone, "Your beard is now coming in," so he went to the rear entrance and waited for it. Another intellectual asked what he was doing. Once he heard the whole story, he said, "I'm not surprised people say we lack common sense. How do you know that it's not coming in? By the other gate." And as another example, someone needled a jokester, "I had your wife without paying a dime." He replied, "It's my duty as a husband to couple with such a monstrosity. What made you do it?" And another example, a man with bad breath asked his wife, "Madam, why do you hate me?" And she replied, "Because you love me." And as another example, a young man invited into his home frisky old women. He said to his servants, "Mix a drink for one and have sex with the other if she wants to." The women spoke up as one, "I'm not thirsty." And another, a misogynist was sick at death's door when his wife said to him, "If anything bad happens to you, I'll hang myself." He looked up at her and said, "Do me the favor while I'm still alive." Another one, an intellectual during the night ravished his grandmother and for this got a beating from his father. The intellectual complained, "You've been mourning my mother for a long time without suffering any consequences from me, and now you're mad that you found me screwing your mother for the first time ever." And another, consulting a hothead doctor, a fellow says, "Professor, I'm unable to lie down or stand up. I can't even sit down." The doctor responds, "I guess the only thing left is to hang yourself." And another, a student dunce went swimming and almost drowned, so now he swears he'll never get into water until he's really learned to swim. And another, a misogynist stood in the marketplace and announced, "I'm putting my wife up for sale tax-free." When people asked him why, he said, "So the authorities will impound her." Finally, there are a few riddles from the 10th century AD that Anglo-Saxons recorded in their Exeter Codex that are generally regarded as the first known English jokes, albeit in Old English, due to their double entendre nature. For example, what hangs at a man's thigh and wants to poke the hole that it's often poked before? Answer, a key. And then there's the similar themed, "I am a wondrous creature for women in expectation, a service for neighbors. I harm none of the citizens except my slayer alone. My stem is erect, I stand up in bed, hairy somewhere down below. A very comely peasant's daughter dares sometimes, proud maiden, that she grips at me, attacks me in my redness, plunders my head, confines me in a stronghold, feels my encounter directly. Woman with braided hair, wet be that I." And what's the answer to this? Well, that would be an onion.
Alright. As promised, my favorite joke of all time. It's called the bus driver joke. Okay, so once a kid was going to school on a school bus, okay? Goes into the bus, looks at the bus driver and says, "Morning, bus driver!" Bus driver, wow! One smack. The kid was confused and goes and sits down. Next day, Kid gets on the bus, looks at the bus driver, goes, "Morning, bus driver." What smack? That's it. The poor kid doesn't know what's happening. Why is this person, hitting me every time I greet him? Alright, so the kid goes home. Decides to say, "Mommy, every time I go into the bus driver, I go say, 'Morning, bus driver.' He gave me smack, Mommy, I don't know why." Okay, the mother tells the child, "Listen, I'm going to go with you tomorrow morning. You're going to greet the bus driver as normal and Mommy's going to fix it." "Okay, Mommy." Right. Okay, next morning, the mom stands at the bus stop with the baby, with the child. Tells him, "Go inside, my son, and greet as usual. Let's see what's the problem." Child walks into the bus and goes, "Morning, bus driver." Hard smack. The mother comes rushing inside onto the bus and like, "Excuse me, sir, but my child is greeting you with all due respect. What is the problem?" He says, "Because he's teasing me." Well, guys, that is my joke, my favorite joke of all time. But don't go anywhere, we got lots to show you. Stay where you are. We'll come back straight after this commercial break.
For the ones we trust to always be there. For the ones caring for others. For the ones who keep going no matter where they are. In extraordinary times, extraordinary people step up and tackle the big things and the little things that matter. For the ones making sacrifices, standing guard, and standing on the front lines. We're grateful for all you do, and we're always here to help you do it. For the ones who get it done.
Welcome back, everybody. If you just joined us, you are live with us on Atonville TV. This is the Crack of Dawn show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. Now, if you want to interact with us in studio today, you can do so with the contact details which you find at the bottom right of the screen. Oh yeah. All right, big shout out to everybody who is streaming in live from LinkedIn, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. Mwah. Very good morning to you guys. All right, so today, we moved on from the jokes segment that we treated earlier, and hope I didn't offend anybody with my jokes. It was just a joke. Hope you guys loved it. All right. So now, if you okay, what would, when it comes to dream jobs, right? I mean, what would your dream combination job be? That is a good question. Now, what I ask you, if you could combine the two, like a guy once told me, right, personally, a guy once told me that he wanted to be a space cowboy. Do you see the combination there? All right, so if you had a choice, what kind of person or what kind of job would you want, or what would you want to be? I've got Aradna Heeralal coming in on Facebook this morning. Good morning, beautiful. Oh, mwah. Good morning, Kaki. How are you? Guys, I am a Hindi speaking girl, so Kaki means auntie. Aradna is my auntie, so I'd like to give a shout out to Aradna Heeralal all the way in PNB, Pietermaritzburg in KZN. Shout out to you. How's the weather going there? Okay, so Aradna, Kaki, you tell us, if you had a choice, right? What would your dream combination job be? Like I gave you the example of a guy telling me that he want to be a space cowboy. So instead of saying he wants to be an astronaut or a cowboy, he wants to be a space cowboy. Now you tell us, if you had a job combination and had a choice, what would you be? That's a good question. I still haven't decided on that one with me yet. I'll think about it in a couple of minutes and tell you guys what I think. Now, this job is now being replaced. A piece of content that I think is quite interesting as we're talking about jobs in the country. And you'll notice I'm in production, guys. And I've noticed that new gear, new equipment has come out, which is replacing people like me. I'm a qualified sound engineer. And then you also get a full production panel, which consists of a director, a PA, a guy who controls the EVS. I mean, we have certain roles, and each person does a specific thing in a production when running. You have a team of 50 when doing a full production. But nowadays, you can get gear that can do everything that these 50 people can do, and you only need one person to sit there and actually push a button. Check this out.
This is how a radiologist diagnoses pneumonia.
84-year-old female, shortness of breath period, frontal and lateral views of the chest period.
This is an algorithm called ChecksNet that's trained to do the exact same task. And this is how it performed against 6 doctors analyzing 50 chest x-rays for pneumonia in a recent test at Stanford. ChecksNet is one of many projects exploring how artificial intelligence can take over tasks normally done by doctors. And it has some radiologists worried that AI could one day replace them. That's because algorithms are getting really good at interpreting images and diagnosing disease, sometimes with greater accuracy than humans.
We'll take a picture of this X-ray. The model will then run, and within a few seconds, it's outputted all these diseases, and they're sorted by the order of most likely to least likely.
ChecksNet was given tens of thousands of images and told which ones have pneumonia and which don't. Then it trained itself to recognize patterns and identify pneumonia in new X-rays. This process is called deep learning. In 2016, computer scientist Geoffrey Hinton, also known as the godfather of deep learning, put radiologists on notice.
People should stop training radiologists now. It's just completely obvious that within 5 years, deep learning is going to do better than radiologists.
Part of the reason guys like Hinton say radiologists are replaceable is because they often work behind the scenes. Say you go to the emergency room with a really bad cough. The ER physician will order a chest X-ray, which is then read by a radiologist who gives a report back to the ER physician. Vice News spoke with Dr. Matt Lundgren, a radiologist at Stanford who's helping to develop new AI technologies.
As a patient, you're telling me that this process of reading my X-ray, which used to be done by a human, is now done by an algorithm. Why would I want this?
Well, so I don't feel comfortable with that, right? Would you fly a plane without a pilot? The situation that you just described is not one that has no physician in the loop. For narrow use cases, I think it would be a tremendous benefit as a patient to have, my doctor get information from some of these algorithms if they're shown to work.
What happens when the AI misses an important diagnosis?
It's something that comes up all the time. No matter what happens, if we are saying that we're going to use these algorithms clinically, there will ultimately be a time where an algorithm will make a mistake. The responsibility for the use of that algorithm will ultimately fall, I'm assuming, on a combination of the clinician and the healthcare system that's using this algorithm in that way.
Concerns aside, this research has created a gold rush for AI in medicine. All of it on display here at the annual meeting of the Radiological Society of North America.
So this is a super chill MRI that also uses artificial intelligence to compensate for movement of the body, like my breathing, and still get an accurate reading. Do you ever feel like you're training your replacement?
Yes, I hope so. I think in academic
really?
medicine...
You hope that this algorithm will replace you?
Absolutely.
Dr. Constance Lehman is a radiologist and Harvard Medical School professor who's also working with AI. She helped develop a model that measures breast density, a risk factor for cancer, in mammograms.
I am constantly teaching the next generation. So I have students come through. I hope they're smarter than I am. I hope they're better than I am. I hope they're stronger than I am. So in some ways, I may have sort of anthropomorphized this machine learning process.
This is your student. This
is my student. And she is relentless. She works 24/7. She never stops. She's looked at now over 200,000 mammograms.
And that efficiency has worried some doctors in training. In a recent survey of Canadian medical students, 29% of respondents agreed that AI would replace radiologists in their lifetime, and 68% agreed that AI would reduce the demand for radiologists. For context, there are an estimated 38,000 radiologists practicing in the US.
Is there a fear that radiologists will be replaced by AI?
There is a fear. So that's a very limited view of the role of a radiologist, because we do much more than search for patterns on images. And it's all those other aspects of the radiologist's job and our contributions to healthcare that will explode. AI allows us to expand our impact and expand access to people worldwide.
AI researchers say it will make radiology more accessible, lower costs, and save critical time in emergency care. But not everyone is convinced that the revolution is imminent. Dr. Paul Chang of the University of Chicago thinks AI will change his field, but cautions against all the hype.
We're seeing this gold rush right now. There are a lot of startups here promising to bring AI that'll revolutionize medicine.
Right.
How much of all of this is just hype?
Do you want me to be nice or do you want me to be honest?
Honest.
Honest? Most of it. But that's understandable. That's the normal process of this hype cycle that we always go through. In the gold rush, everyone went west thinking they could dig for gold. Most of those people failed or literally died. We have the same idea. We get seduced by use cases or applications. What will happen at the end of the day is we will learn to appropriately consume artificial intelligence to hopefully add value to our patients. I actually think the work that Stanford is doing is actually going to be helpful, and eventually we will use it, not because it outperforms me, but it's going to augment me.
Artificial intelligence taking over the world, guys. Is that a good thing? I mean, imagine where you are right now. You're at work, you have a salary, that's how you eat. Imagine now, we the people who create artificial intelligence, just by I'm just saying, we created these machines. Now it's going to replace us, and how do you still have your salary and eat? Yes, it's helping the world, but are you helping yourself? Don't go anywhere. Alright, before you go, guys, we've got Kimera coming in on Facebook. Good morning, Kimera. She says, Happy Hump Day, Kim. Happy Wednesday, Kimera. I'm not going to say hump day. You know, the first time I heard that, the definition of hump and the way my brain is wired, I was like, why are you being so rude? Sorry, I just had to share that live on air. A happy hump day to you to the middle of the week. So yeah, hope you're having a blessed week, and I hope you're staying warm wherever you are. Stay put. We'll come back straight after this commercial break.
Wanna be a star? For all your music needs, contact Rockstar Beat Productions South Africa. We offer music production, publishing, artist management, and digital distribution. For further information, contact 084 605 5466.
Welcome back, guys. If you just joined us, you are live with us on Atonville TV. This is the Crack It Down Show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. If you want to interact with us in studio today, please do so with the contact details which you'll find at the bottom right of your screen. Now, if you haven't done this already, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I beg you. Please share. Aradna, Heeralal, and Kimera, if you're still there, please do me a favor. Please share this link as far as you can. Just remember, as we generating funds with this non-profit company, remember, we are here to uplift the community, and every penny will count, every share will count, every like will count. Please, guys, help us out. All right. Now, I gotta ask you something. What do you think is the worst thing about having peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Okay, I couldn't believe when I was doing research for the show, I was trying to find topics that we're going to talk about each and every day. Remember, we plan our own shows here on Atonville TV, so research is a bit, time consuming. It's a lot of hard work behind the scenes, guys. Now, peanut butter and jelly, according to my knowledge, is a good sandwich. Well, according to my grandmother, my mother's mother, from Pietermaritzburg. All right, peanut butter and jelly. She used to offer to me, to me all the time, especially for breakfast. She's like, "Would you like some tea with peanut butter and jelly?" I'm like, "No." I used to say no, but not knowing why. Now, for those of you who are wondering why is she saying it's a bad combination, or why is she speaking ill of the sandwich when it's so good? All right, now, as usual, the worst case scenario. Let's say it like this: the worst case is that you'll actually will die from having peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Did you know that? You did it, right? Okay, so you'll either die from the salmonella, okay, which comes, it's in peanut butter, all right, or you can die from botulism. I don't know if you guys know botulism, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. You get botulism in jelly, and you get salmonella inside peanut butter. Now, if you're really, really unlucky, you probably maybe would die from both of them. All right, now, talking about different types of combinations of foods, you get different types of combos which actually sound disgusting, but when you try it, it's amazing. Like, I love taking Oreos and dipping them inside the peanut butter jar and eating it. It tastes a little bit like 2% better than Cadbury chocolate. I don't know, what's your take on that? If you have done it before, comment at the bottom of the screen. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of the Oreo dipped in peanut butter, but in the jar? It doesn't taste the same if you put it on a plate for some strange reason. I used to get a hiding from my mom all the time to do that, because I mean, the jar is for the house. It is dirty. You shouldn't be doing that. But somehow it just tastes much better if you take the Oreo biscuit, the original, by the way, You take the Oreo biscuit and you dip it in the peanut butter. Now, disgusting food combinations that people actually eat. Take a look at this.
Chocolate dip pickles nearly broke the internet back in 2017, after being lauded by Delish writer Lena Abraham. Since then, people have tried the delicacy in droves. And predictably, opinions tend to be split down the middle as to whether they actually taste any good.
I'm all over that. I'll eat anything dipped in dark chocolate.
Some have praised the salty-sweet combo, while Bustle reported others have noted the complementary nature of the flavors themselves. Critics, however, have turned their noses up at the strange mouthfeel of a soft pickle in a hard chocolate shell. Try it for yourself and check off a new pickle experience.
Just do it.
Plenty of great things already go really well with fries.
Daddy, look!
Honey, where did you get that?
The clown gave it to me.
And yet, according to a whole lot of blogs and social media posts, some people skip the mayo or ketchup and dunk their fries straight into ice cream.
Ice cream.
French fries. Fries dipped in a Frosty has even become a cult favorite of Wendy's fans. The contrast must be overwhelming in texture, taste, and temperature. Creamy hits crunchy, sweet hits salty, and hot hits cold. And as far as ice cream and fry fans go, what's not to like? Guess who's back? The pickle you didn't dip in chocolate is running a side hustle. According to Delish, the chickle is a pickle filled with warm chicken. And it's all thanks to minor league baseball's Fresno Grizzlies, who invented the chickle for a 2-game series against the Nashville Sounds in 2017.
I'm just imagining the size of this pickle that you can put chicken inside of it.
It sounds amazing.
I know you need to take a road trip.
Despite its limited release, the chickle made headlines across the world. Metro called it deeply unsettling. Mashable noted it was either genius or disgusting, and Wide Open Eats described it as, quote, everything you could want from chicken inside a pickle.
You don't have a better bad idea than this?
Back in 2017, Ivanka Trump stumped the internet by posting photos of her daughter's 6th birthday party, where she served a tray of hot dogs on skewers topped with marshmallows.
I don't get it.
The internet reacted with equal parts enthusiasm and disgust. But it turns out hot dogs and marshmallows were already a thing. Delish reported it's a common kid snack at birthday parties in the Philippines. And that came to be during the American occupation, when GIs would sell their rations, which included marshmallows, to the locals. Want to share in a bit of culinary world history? Pop a marshmallow on a hot dog and you're done.
This is such a bad idea.
Thank you. It is a bad idea.
Well, this one was inevitable, wasn't it? Softly gaze into the trendy nexus and you will see two things: avocados and lattes. A crossover was always going to happen, but you probably didn't know it would look like this. Enter the Avo Latte, a regular old latte served in the remains of an avocado instead of a mug.
Could you slow down the coffee line even more with someone going like, here you go?
Especially if they have to write, what's your name, Steve? And they have to write Steve on the side.
Although it was created as a joke by a Melbourne coffee shop, it actually began to take off and is now something of a genuine phenomenon. Thanks to a bit of social media buzz, the trend began to spread and other baristas gave the buzzy snack a shot. The original cafe's manager, Jaden Nathan, says the Avo Latte was a fun way of rebelling against the older generation who says we won't own a house because we spend too much money on avocado and coffee.
I don't see the appeal of drinking it out of an avocado.
Or maybe it's a coffee shop's fun way of making 2 sales out of 1 avocado.
Weird food combinations, ladies and gentlemen. Did you check out avocado and coffee? Yeah. I love avocado and I love coffee, but putting them together, I don't know. Okay, what about the chocolate and pickles? Oh my god, I love pickles and I love chocolate. I think we all established that. But putting them together, I have to try it. I'm the type of person that doesn't just judge it because in my mind it seems gross. I think we should just put it together. Let's guys, let's just make a pickle and chocolate thing. I think I'm gonna try it in the week, and then we'll even bring it back to the studio and try it on air. Tyrell will share when you do join me. It's gonna be epic. We're gonna do this together, and you're gonna try it with me, and we're gonna just talk about pickle and chocolate. So pickle dipped in chocolate, basically. Okay. Alright, guys, if you just joined us, do interact with us in studio today, as the contact details can be found at the bottom right of your screen. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, we've got Timberlane coming in on Facebook. He says, good morning, with a little heart. Morning, honey. And then we've got Urban Boy. Oh, Urban Boy has come in this morning. He says, happy Wednesday. Technology is the reason for higher unemployment, but you know what, we need it, and you do need it sometimes. And you're right there, Urban Boy. Thank you so much for that comment. you know what? We are the people who actually created these machines to do a better job than we actually do. And machines are machines. If you program it correctly, it will do the job 100% every single time. It does. The machines don't get tired. They are programmed. They don't have feelings. So they'll never make bad judgment on anything. Well, Urban Boy, thank you so much for watching the show this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm happy that you're coming in through YouTube. Guys, for those of you who are watching this for the first time, if you didn't like, share, and subscribe to the channel, please do it now. But don't go anywhere. I'll come back straight after this commercial break. Happy Wacky Wednesday if you just got it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Can I do this? Oh man, this feels so funny without my co-host, man. Guys, do it with me if you're in the office and no one's looking. Go. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Wacky Wednesday, as commercial would say, happy hump day. Alright, welcome back. You are live with us on Atonville TV. This is the Crocodile Show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. And if you want to interact with us, contact details right there, bottom right of your screen. Yeah, alright. Okay, so now, guys, talking about all the weird questions that I've been asking you this morning, I have to ask you this one. This is my favorite. Okay, you listening? Okay, what's the weirdest smell you've ever smelled? Don't say fart. Please don't say fart. Okay, you can say. Because, I mean, people eat a lot of things and that's why it never ever smells nice. Where have you ever hit a, and decided, okay, that smells like roses? I've never heard such, but yeah. Okay, what is the weirdest smell you've ever smelled? Aradna, Kumeshri, Itibaleng, Urban Boy, talk to me. Come into this conversation. What is the weirdest smell you've ever smelled? I'd like to hear from you guys. Now, what we've put together for you guys are the top 10 weirdest smells. Check it out.
Number 10, wet dog. Man's best friend can harvest some of man's worst smells. Your canine companion may have a musky smell about it at first, but get your pet wet, and that musk will turn funky real fast.
I smell like a wet dog.
You are a wet dog.
Where does this stench come from? It turns out that dogs' coats are full of yeast and bacteria that, when moistened, release a nasty odor.
And this must be the doggy. Ooh, stinky!
One method to prevent this rancid aroma is to have your furry friend bathe regularly and dry it up as much as you can. Sadly, no matter how many baths you give your dog, you can't permanently eliminate the smell from its living environment. But hey, water's not the worst thing your dog can roll around in, right? Number 9, garbage.
I'm only happy when it rains. You know I love it when the music's back.
We wish we were talking about the alternative rock band, but nope. We're talking about pure and stinky trash.
Yes, I love trash.
Yep, any and all of the waste people throw away. Rotten food, dirty diapers, hazardous materials, really anything you can toss in a garbage can. If you think all that junk reeks now, imagine their collective odors crammed together in one dumpster or filling up landfills. There are a select few who can stand the foul fragrance, but many others aren't as brave.
People are just throwing this away. Get rid of it, dude. Frank, we start getting rid of this, we're gonna be just like the wasters out there. Hey, guess what? Somebody else is gonna find it. You're right.
Spare those people the stench and have your trash moved to the dump ASAP. Number 8, bad breath.
Anyway, you've got bad breath. Well, it's only because you don't brush my teeth. Oh, stop bitching and let's go and have tea.
If you have halitosis, you might want to keep your mouth shut.
And hello,
My leg! Oh my God!
Some of the most disgusting smells can come from your mouth due to any of the following: bad oral hygiene, which results in tooth decay or gum disease, food particles stuck in your teeth that can cause a musty odor, or even dry mouth. It can get worse if you eat stinky foods like onions or garlic, as the stench will follow you all day. And even if you can't smell it, everyone else probably can. So do the public a favor and take care of your mouth. Keep brushing your teeth day and night, floss, and watch what you eat, because nobody wants a kiss from someone with bad breath.
You really think I would kiss you? I just love torturing you. Well, in that case, Happy New Year.
Number 7. Skunk.
Come, my little peanut of brittle. I will help you.
Besides his flirtatious nature, there was a reason so many Looney Tunes characters were afraid of Pepe Le Pew. If a skunk feels threatened, it will spray its attacker with a rancid-smelling liquid from one of its anal glands that'll burn your nostrils right off. This is mostly a defensive technique to ward off predators, but sometimes people get caught in the stinky line of fire. If you end up getting skunked, you can kiss your social life goodbye until you can get rid of the smell. Thankfully, all you need is a nice scrub down, a tomato paste bath, and to avoid all skunks. Although they look cute and cuddly, it's not worth getting skunked.
Wait, that doesn't look like a cat. That looks like a... Skunk!
Number 6. Body odor.
We, by the way, don't smell. Humans don't smell. It's our glands, apocrine glands, that let off a very tasty end product for bacteria.
After going too long without proper hygiene, you'll find yourself in a cloud of BO. You'd be amazed at the repugnant odors that can waft off the human body, from undeodorized armpits, smelly feet, and filthy clothes that could stand up on their own. You may be immune to your own oozing stink, but the people around you aren't as fortunate. If you reach the point where even you can smell how strong your stench is, then it is definitely time to fix that.
Go away, please. I'll taste it. Ugh. Smelly, smelly, smelly.
Thankfully, it is an easy fix. Shower, use soap or gel to make yourself squeaky clean. Put on deodorant after a sweaty workout, spray your feet if you have to, and pay attention to those hygiene videos in school. Spare all of our noses, please.
Identify the smell.
Number 5. Sewage.
But like any minute, like a wall of water could just come gushing through here. So we should keep moving.
Wait, wall of water?
Yeah, well, it's not just water. It's like dog shit and street sludge.
You ever wonder what becomes of the wastewater in your home? It travels down the drain and flows through the underground highway known as the sewers. All the filth we wash off from the showers and everything we flush down the toilet, and we mean everything, mixes together into stinky sewage.
Ugh, where does all this stuff come from anyway?
Mikey, it's,
What? Don't they know we're living down here?
Since just a hint of this smell is likely to make you seasick, it really makes you wonder how the Ninja Turtles can stand living in the sewers. Thankfully, that sewage flows all the way to the sewage treatment plant, where it's cleaned and made environmentally friendly. But sometimes, the sewage accidentally gets into freshwater ecosystems and causes pollution. When that happens, just hold your nose and don't drink the water, because that will end badly.
That's exactly what we needed.
Oh, yeah. Good call, Griswold. Oh, man.
Number 4. Spoiled milk.
Doesn't it smell like strawberries?
Ugh!
Gotcha, it's spoiled milk, dummy.
Unless you're lactose intolerant, milk does the body good, as long as the milk itself is good. If milk is left out too long, or sits in your fridge far past the expiration date, it'll start to turn sour and will eventually spoil into a chunky, curdled mess. If you think it looks bad, just wait until you smell it. One whiff and you'll be dry heaving in an instant. Sour milk can still be used in other ways, such as in cooking and baking. But it's the curdled stuff that you should toss out immediately. It tastes repulsive and can make you incredibly sick.
Either that milk's gone bad or they got a whole new way to sell cottage cheese.
Don't be like those dummies who drink it on a dare.
20 more minutes, champ. Let's pick up the pace. I never even started the timer.
Number 3, rotten food.
Ooh, expired ham.
For the record, we're not talking about already smelly foods like onions or garlic. We're referring to food that was once good and has now gone horribly bad.
It smells like rotten food or something. You can't smell that?
Like spoiled milk. If certain foods are left out in the open for too long, or are left uneaten way past the expiration date, bacteria can cause them to rot from the inside out. Rotten eggs, moldy cheese, and spoiled meat all develop a pungent smell, guaranteed to churn your stomach and burn your nostrils.
Apu, will you ever stop selling spoiled meat?
No. Yes. Uh-oh.
We don't even think we need to tell you not to eat this stuff, because the smell and look of it should be enough to kill your appetite. Only one thing left to do with this decaying meal. Do away with it before it does away with you.
So you don't want to eat me? Fine. How's about I eat you? All of you.
Number 2, vomit. If you've made it this far and feel the need to throw up, don't do it. Vomiting will leave an even worse stench. Having the contents of your stomach expelled is bad enough, but the stink of it is putrid, and it leaves a nasty taste in your mouth. There are several things that can cause barfing. Ingesting something gross or hazardous, overeating, dizziness, motion sickness, and even watching other people vomit can set off a chain reaction.
Girlfriends barfed on boyfriends. Kids barfed on their parents. A fat lady barfed in her purse. The Donnelly twins barfed on each other.
The one silver lining is that it helps cleanse your stomach. If you do puke, keep yourself hydrated and hold your nose. Unless you want to smell food chunks mixed with stomach acid.
No, please. No more.
Before we reveal our top pick, here are some honorable, or in this case, dishonorable mentions.
What's that smell?
Unturned compost and Cuban movie posters.
That's our house! If the flames reach my donut oil, the whole neighborhood will go up.
All over America, kids are getting high on cat urine. Huffing cat urine apparently causes a euphoric state and is also referred to as cheesing. Why cheesing? Because it's fun to do.
Number 1, feces. The buttocks are a breeding ground for horrible smells. Whether it's a gaseous fart or the worst smell of all, feces, also known as poop among its many other names. The foods and beverages that go into the stomach can ultimately affect the fragrance and the texture of bodily waste.
So whether you need to pinch a loaf at work, cut a rope at a party, or lay a brick at your boyfriend's, your days of embarrassing smells or prairie dogging it are over.
The stench of fecal matter is unbearable and unavoidable. Everyone poops. There's even a book about it. People do it, animals do it, babies especially do it.
Dill, are you okay?
I think he's gonna explode.
Puppy, what?
You can try to cover up the odor with cheap bathroom sprays, but you can't avoid what builds up in your bowels or the nauseating scent that comes with it.
Do not go in there. Woo!
Do you agree with our list?
Okay. I think it's all gone. I think
What odor makes you wish you didn't have a nose?
Hope you guys enjoyed that. That was the top 10 weird smells that we put together for you guys. Hope you guys had a good laugh wherever you might be. Now, if you just joined us, you're a little late for the show, but hey, we do this every morning at 10 a.m. all the way up until 11. So stick around. We have jam-packed shows for you throughout the year. And, well, if you want to interact with us in studio today, please do contact details right there. Drop us emails. You can go through Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, you name it. For those of you who are on a Telegram, I cannot see your comments for the life of me. I don't know why. Please can you join our YouTube channel, like, share and subscribe to the channel, and thereafter you can comment at the bottom of the screen. Alright. So yesterday on the hashtag show we had an Umlando challenge. Okay, now I know you guys saw this before, but I'm gonna present this to you guys again. Just take a look at them.
namhlanje zumlando lolu suku olukhulu sezumlando lolu suku olukhulu sezumlando lolu suku olukhulu sezumlando thina namhlanje sezumlando lolu suku olukhulu sezumlando lolu suku olukhulu sezumlando lolu suku olukhulu sezumlando yeah namhlanje sezumlando lolu suku olukhulu sezumlando lolu suku olukhulu sezumlando lolu suku olukhulu sezumlando
Okay for men to move their butts like that. Is it over? Okay. Now, no. I think it's awesome when African women do it because they have those cute bubble butts that go with it. Yeah. But when I see a man moving his hips like that, I'm like, no, man. No, men, your hips don't lie. Don't do that. There's a way men should be moving, and there's a way women should be moving. You get me? There's certain things men you shouldn't do. Anyway, guys, that was the Orlando Challenge. It's trending all over social media, so have a look-see at that. If you missed it, go back again, and you can even vote and say who's your favorite. I mean, the slides are numbered during the content as it's playing. You can vote for your favorite, and don't forget, comment at the bottom of the screen, or there's the contact details right there at the bottom right of your screen. Coming up next, who knows the song? Oh Lord, have mercy, mercy, mercy. You want a party, party, party. That is Shy Guy. The original singer is Diana King, guys. But I've got a cover version done for you guys today. Alright, now this cover version is done by Rosie Delmore and Conqueror. Check out this version.
Mercy, demand them in a the party, party, party. All of them sexy, sexy, sexy. Watch them just follow me, follow me, follow me. Watch me now. Everywhere me go, demand them or rush me. Just enough pretty boy, what feel love me. I need them love. Yes, I need them love. True, say them know me sweet and sexy. Everywhere me go, me say me ever ready. I need them love. Yes, I need them love. Me say me ever ready. I need them love. Yes, I need them love. But I don't want somebody who's loving everybody. Never. Shy guy who will only be mine.
Watch me now. Well, you she searching, now you know for your shy guy. Lifetime love, she don't wanna drive by. She want the kind of love that makes you feel sky high. She says she want a rude boy like I and I. Well, baby girl, I got what you need. Yeah. You are my loving baby, yes indeed. Me are the love doctor, best believe. And me have the remedy.
Oh Lord have mercy, mercy, mercy. Demand them in a the party, party, party. All of them sexy, sexy, sexy. Watch them just follow me, follow me, follow me. Oh Lord have mercy, mercy, mercy. Demand them in a the party, party, party. But none of them don't move me, move me, move me. Only can make me irate, irate, irate.
That was Rosie Delmore and Conqueror. Oh Lord, have mercy, mercy. Guys, you know what? I'm gonna get the director to remove this table so you can see how I drive. Just, you know, I gotta. It is Wacky Wednesday after all, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as you know, Actonville TV as a whole, this channel is all about showcasing talent. So you've never ever seen Rosie before and Conqueror before, right? These kids are but they are so talented, but they are not well known, and that is what we're here to do. Actonville TV is here to showcase upcoming talent and expose them to the public and show everybody what they're missing. Yes. So if you feel you've got what it takes, capture your talent with a good camera, okay? Drop us an email on mail@actonvillefm.co.za. You'll see the email coming up on the bottom right of your screen as the show goes on. Please do ask us the process as how to submit your content. We'll put it live for you on Actonville TV. This is a community station and we're all about giving back to the community, yeah? Alright. Interact with us in studio today. There's the contact details right there, please. Alright. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, happy birthday if it's your birthday today. May you see many, many more. Guys, if you're celebrating anything special, congratulations. Whatever you've accomplished today, all the best, good luck, and whatever you've accomplished, take care of it and keep it that way. Alright, so tomorrow we're gonna do this all over again, same time, same place. But before I go, I've got to tell you that there is not only one show on Actonville TV. Alright, stand by for this one. Check it out, it's hashtag whoop, 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 whoop. It's every single weekday from 3 p.m. up until 4. Yeah, it goes live, by the way. But all our shows are live. So hashtag is with Urban Boy and Itumaleng. Yeah, join them later today at 3 o'clock, huh? Make sure you finish your work fast in the office and quickly get the job done. And then put your YouTube channel on. Subscribe, like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Alright, don't forget tomorrow is time for the launch of The Journey. Check it out. Oh, look at that. This is a spiritual show, guys. It's called The Journey with Roy Naidu and myself, Kimera Heeralal. Oh yes, it goes live at 12 and it finishes at 1. Yeah. So join these shows, guys. We've got 3 official shows running here on our YouTube channel. It streams through different platforms like your LinkedIn's and everything. It is our YouTube channel. It is called Actonville TV, guys. So we've got 3 official shows running, and if you want to interact with us or if you want to advertise for your small business, no matter what type of business it is, you're welcome to contact us on mail@actonvillefm.co.za. Alright guys, it's almost 11 o'clock. They're chasing me out of the studio. I got to go. But can we do this again tomorrow, same time, same place? 10 a.m. Be here, be on time. This is your Cracker Down show, and join me again for a good laugh tomorrow. From myself, Kimera Heeralal. Bye-bye.